Welcome back. You're watching KTN News Desk. If you're seated here, you know we're having our afternoon business chat. And today we want to talk about insurance. Many Kenyans consider it a luxury. Well, it's not. It's an enabler for business. And we want to focus on insurance for commercial, and not just commercial, but heavy commercial vehicle insurance. And joining me is Kenneth Kimani, who's the Managing Director for General Insurance at CIC. Karibu sana.
Thank you, Bonnie.
Sir, give us a status update of exactly what kind of risks are associated with this line of insurance.
Thank you, Bonnie. Well, haulage contractors or transport people involved in the transport industry face numerous challenges, as well as opportunities. Well, let me say that at CIC Insurance, we are one of the leading insurance companies. We are the leaders in motor commercial insurance, and for us to have got into that position, it's because we've encountered a lot of our customers, and we've tried to solve a lot of the problems that they face through insurance.
Right.
But let me say, even before insurance comes in, of course, every transporter, especially heavy commercial transporters, they face a lot of challenges, risks on the road. And with increasing dependence on roads to transport goods, and I'm not sure that even that is going to change even with the railway, because almost 90% of cargo is, it's on the road.
Right, because when you look at that kind of product, obviously the risks are too high, which begs the question, are there any opportunities in that line of insurance?
Oh, plenty of opportunities.
Right.
Because one, accidents do happen, and we are there as insurance for accidents. One, the very mere fact that one is on the road, carrying or maybe a 30-ton, 40-ton, 50-ton, there are very many risks that one faces.
Right.
One, we have many situations of overspeeding, overloading of the vehicles. Large trucks are now getting more and more sophisticated.
Right.
They have a huge carrying capacity, and therefore, of course, some of our transporters have the tendency or get the temptation to overload.
Right.
Now, overloading obviously comes with its own perils. Now, as I said, sophistication of these vehicles requires that these drivers get specialized training. Unfortunately, some of the drivers don't get specialized training, and I'm aware that, in fact, some dealers would not let out a truck without insisting that the driver goes specialized training. Now, this kind of the training will involve the driver being told what to do and what not to do.
Right.
For instance, one of the most common perils or situations faced by transporters or drivers is the temptation to freewheeling. You understand what I mean by freewheeling.
Right.
Now, some of these vehicles are meant not to be in a position of freewheeling at all. But a driver will get the temptation to freewheel, maybe
obviously because of such a long journey.
Yeah, that's right. Right. So that's some of that. Now, of course, issues like fatigue, lack of rest.
So obviously there's the driver's error that is really contributes a huge to the risk here. But Mr. Kimani, a lot of these vehicles do a lot of cross-border trade.
Yes.
Do you find, what are the complexities of insuring this kind of class of vehicles, and especially when, say, an accident occurs across the other side of the border?
Yeah, in fact, a lot of our clients are in the business of cross-border. We have a lot of our clients that move to Uganda, DRC, Sudan, and our policy offers cover beyond Kenya, actually in the Comesa region. Therefore, these drivers, we give them insurance that extends beyond that.
So there are no legal hurdles on the way when it comes to covering incidences that have occurred across the border?
No, not really, because our policy is so tailor-made to give cover beyond the Kenyan borders. Of course, one is expected to fulfill minimum legal requirements in those countries, and we do that by the issuance of what we commonly use call a COMESA card or yellow card that enables one to to undertake minimum third-party insurance in those countries.
Right.
But the comprehensive cover that we've issued in our country also extends to those countries.
Right.
So if a vehicle has an accident, say in Uganda, and many have had those kind of accidents, we have a facility that you can do nominal repairs, if it is possible to do repairs within that country, and we'll pay for the repairs. In fact, we'll be able to assess the damage in that country.
Right.
But what we find is that a lot of Kenyan clients prefer to bring the vehicle back to Kenya, where they can undertake repairs close to their own premises.
Mr. Kimani, time is running out, but is what you're offering as CIC unique as compared to the other players that are obviously in this space of heavy of insuring hauliers?
I believe we have a unique policy.
Right.
We call it Motor Commercial Plus. It's unique in the sense that unlike other insurers who merely give you accidental damage cover, our policy gives an extension for loss of use. In fact, more unique is that when your vehicle is on loan with a bank, financial, in the event of an accident, during the time that the vehicle is undergoing repairs, we, CIC, will pay the loan repayment for the months that you are on that the vehicle is undergoing repairs.
Right. Mr. Kimani, obviously time is far, we've overdone our time, but it is obviously good news, especially what you're saying, the complexity that this thing can go across borders. But we've been speaking to Mr. Kenneth Kimani from CIC on just the complexities of this line of insurance. And for more of this information, www.cic.co.ke is where you can get the rest of that information.